the chosen one. 300-year-old family treasure found. A centuries-old heritage flows in your blood. The great secret that your ancestors guarded, that fate kept for you, has finally come to light. This is not just a treasure. This is a divine sign that shows the power of your lineage, that your destiny is sealed, and that history awaits you. You are not an ordinary person. You are the chosen one. Your name will be written in shining golden letters in the continuation of this saga. Today is the day to break the chains of the past and open the door to the legend. This treasure is not just a material wealth, but the fulfillment of a divine prophecy. Destiny is now shaped in your hands. Are you ready? Write 77 in the comments now. Because when you answer this call, the power, glory, and inheritance that awaits you will be presented to you in all its glory. The time has come. The way is open. Now just walk and let history write you. It is clear that you embody an unyielding spirit that unsettles those determined to see your downfall. In their eyes, your continued existence fuels a raging tempest of discontent, a seething blaze that scorches the carefully constructed plans they once cherished. Their once meticulously crafted strategies now disintegrate like fragile blueprints under relentless pressure, each day marking another moment in which their own designs betray them. They orchestrated a complex series of assaults, psychological ambushes, and covert maneuvers meant to erode your resolve, but each calculated strike only illuminated your steadfast determination. Their inner turmoil spirals into chaos as every tactic they devise backfires, turning their ambitions into a cycle of self-destruction. With every sunrise, as they awaken to witness the crumbling of their schemes, a new surge of despair overtakes them. The bitter irony of their plight is that while they conspired to render you powerless, they have instead ignited a ferocious energy within you, a force that transforms their conspiracies into fuel for your relentless ascent. Every subtle act of sabotage, every whispered curse, and clandestine incantation intended to dismantle your peace rebounds with doubled intensity, reinforcing your resolve. Trusted companions morphed into covert adversaries, and veiled threats emerge from corners they never anticipated. The intricate web of deception they spun ensnared them more than it did you, as their every move seemed to only consolidate your inner strength and broaden your horizon. In their struggle to shatter your spirit, they unwittingly awakened a dormant reservoir of courage. Like the unpredictable surge of a tidal wave, your growth and perseverance have surged forth, washing away the remnants of their manipulative designs. Their elaborate traps, designed to instill fear and despair, instead exposed the vulnerability of their own character. With every success you achieve, each moment of genuine joy, every quiet triumph, the foundations of their misbegotten plans tremble and collapse further into disarray. As the metaphorical flames of your resilience intensify, they are left to grapple with the fallout of their own undoing. Their desperate attempts to channel a wrathful force against you have only magnified the discord in their lives, transforming their controlled fury into an unbridled inferno that consumes every fragment of their existence. Each night brings no respite, but rather vivid reminders of their failed ambitions, nights haunted by visions of self-inflicted ruin, and days marked by an overwhelming sense of isolation and regret. Even as they summon obscure and perilous energies, expecting these dark forces to tip the scales in their favor, the very power they command turns against them with unanticipated ferocity. The arcane forces they believed to be their allies have morphed into a relentless adversary, exacting a steep toll from those who dared to manipulate destiny. Their every act of deception, every scheme to undermine your progress, now serves as a catalyst that accelerates their own descent into disorder and despair. Thus, the very elements they unleashed, those volatile energies and shadowed machinations, now form a tempest around them, isolating them from the stability they once enjoyed. Their reality, once meticulously ordered, has shattered into fragments of mistrust and self-reproach. With each misstep, the illusory grip of control they once held dissipates further, leaving them entangled in the chaos of their own making. Your unwavering presence, a luminous testament to resilience and renewal, stands as a constant reminder of their ultimate failure. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. This composition reveals the bitter irony of those who invoke destructive energies only to have them consume their own lives. They cried out for reprieve, yet no solace arrived. Fate itself had spoken, overturning their misguided attempts at mastery. In their desperate bid to overturn destiny, they unleashed a malignant force meant to shatter your tranquility, only to find that the very power they manipulated now ruled over them. Every malicious incantation, every veiled threat intended to sap your strength, ricocheted with a vengeance that left them reeling. Their carefully engineered hexes, designed to erode your well-being and destabilize your fortunes, found their mark inverted as misfortune besieged their own existence. In the aftermath, isolation set in with relentless precision. Their every ill-conceived curse multiplied, echoing through their lives like a series of relentless misfires. Sleep abandoned them, replaced by an oppressive wakefulness filled with self-reproach, while suspicions poisoned every interaction, transforming once familiar faces into perceived traitors. As physical ailments emerged inexplicably, persistent fatigue, unexplained discomfort, an ever-mounting sense of dread, their bodies began to betray the inner collapse of their designs. Economic stability evaporated almost as swiftly. Their resources dwindled, investments crumbled, and what little they once controlled dissolved into a void of ruin. Imagine a beacon shining in the midst of a storm, a lighthouse standing tall on a rugged shore, its radiant beam cutting through the darkest night. This is the picture of divine favor for those who are chosen, a sign that no matter how fierce the tempest may seem, a higher power is guiding your steps toward a new day filled with promise and grace. In the midst of life's struggles, when it feels as though every path is blocked by despair, remember that this light is a reminder of your spiritual inheritance and the abundant blessings that await you. Desperate attempts to counteract this reversal only deepened their despair. They turned to every supposed remedy, from unconventional practitioners to mystical advisors, pleading for a reversal of their own making. Yet their entreaties were met with cold indifference from the very forces they had once commanded. Daily existence transformed into a relentless struggle, where even the simplest tasks became insurmountable challenges amid a tide of anxiety and visible breakdowns. Each moment of your serene perseverance served as a stark reminder of their failure, intensifying the relentless spiral of their suffering. Now let me tell you something in plain terms. When you see these souls lost in their misguided quests for control, you must understand that their suffering is not by chance. It is a direct consequence of choosing a path of self-destruction over the path of divine guidance. You see, while they were busy trying to harness power through their own flawed designs, you stood in the light of grace, drawing strength from a wellspring of truth and love that can never be diminished. Their frantic searches for a remedy, be it through obscure rituals or promises of mystical fixes, only served to deepen the void within them, leaving them more isolated and broken than ever before. In the quiet moments of dawn, as you rise to greet another day filled with opportunity and promise, remember that each breath you take is a victory over the darkness that sought to bring you down. Their misguided attempts to reclaim control, to reverse the tide of fate, have not only failed but have set in motion a chain of events that reveals the stark reality: you are divinely favored. Every act of your peaceful endurance, every step you take toward a future built on hope and resilience, is a testament to the higher calling you have been given. Consider the plight of those who have lost their way. In their desperation, they sought out every possible cure, consulting charlatans and false prophets, delving into practices that promised quick fixes but only left them more entangled in their own misery. They believed that by invoking hidden forces, they could steer the course of destiny to their favor. Yet, as time went on, it became clear that the energy they unleashed was like a boomerang, returning with such fierce intensity that it battered them back into a deeper state of despair. Their very efforts to control fate ended up chaining them to a cycle of pain, a constant reminder that the only true control lies in surrendering to a higher plan. In this journey of life, every trial you face is not a punishment, but a stepping stone towards a grander destiny. While those who once sought to destroy you are now ensnared in a web of their own making, your life stands as a living parable of redemption. The struggles they experience, insomnia that steals away restful nights, persistent anxiety that shadows every interaction, physical ailments that emerge without warning, are the manifestations of a power misdirected. Their inability to find solace in the remedies they pursued is a clear indication that the divine order does not favor those who try to wrest control from its hands. Every day, as you continue to walk your path with unwavering faith, you serve as a living beacon of hope. Your perseverance, marked by a calm demeanor and an inner strength that radiates outwards, is a powerful rebuke to the chaos they sought to unleash. The serene confidence in your eyes, the quiet assurance in your smile, speaks volumes to the resilience of the human spirit when it is aligned with divine purpose. Each moment you live in peace and abundance is a celebration of the truth that no amount of negative energy can dim the light of a soul that is chosen and protected. Let us not forget that the journey of life is not measured solely by the battles we fight, but by the victories we achieve over adversity. In the midst of turmoil, you have found a sanctuary of calm, a place where divine love and unshakable faith provide shelter against the storms of life. The very energy that your adversaries attempted to use against you has been transformed into a powerful force for good, a manifestation of the blessings that come from walking in the light of spiritual truth. Their attempts to dismantle your inner peace have only underscored the profound depth of your resilience, affirming that your destiny is intertwined with a promise far greater than any scheme they could ever devise. Consider how, in every act of desperation, there lies an opportunity for rebirth. When you witness the crumbling of their frantic efforts, you are reminded of a timeless truth. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, always aligns itself with those who remain true to their higher calling. Their misguided pursuits have not only led them into isolation and physical decay, but they have also alienated them from the very essence of life, a life that is meant to flourish under the tender care of divine providence. The simplicity of your journey, marked by honest endeavors and the quiet acceptance of life's rhythms, stands in stark contrast to the convoluted and ultimately futile efforts of those who sought to manipulate destiny. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. In the grand tapestry of existence, every setback experienced by those who have lost their way is counterbalanced by the grace bestowed upon the chosen. Their spiraling descent into despair is a stark reminder that the path to true fulfillment lies not in the accumulation of power or the control over others, but in the humble acceptance of one's place in the divine order. You, standing tall in the radiance of faith, embody the hope that springs eternal from the well of divine love, a hope that shines bright even in the darkest hours. Your life, a living testament to the power of perseverance and trust in the Almighty, sends a clear message to all who struggle. The light of divine truth is always within reach, and no force can snuff it out. As you continue to move forward, let the story of their downfall be a lesson in the natural consequences of turning away from the source of true strength. Their lives, marred by the consequences of their own actions, serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder that when one seeks to challenge the natural order with deceit and manipulation, the outcome is invariably a return to the very despair they sought to avoid. Their dreams of controlling fate have dissolved into the ether, leaving behind only the bitter residue of regret and isolation. In contrast, your steps are guided by a force that is unyielding, a power that transforms every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Imagine for a moment the steady progress of a mighty river, carving its way through the landscape. With each obstacle it encounters, the river adapts, flowing around barriers and carving new channels that nourish the land it touches. This is the essence of your journey, constant, unwavering, and blessed by the hand of providence. While others may falter in the face of adversity, your spirit moves forward with the certainty that every challenge is a stepping stone toward a destiny rich with abundance and love. The river of your life does not stop, and neither does the force of divine favor that propels you onward. Like a well-tended garden at sunrise, your life bursts forth with radiant promise, a beacon of hope nurtured by a loving Creator. Just as the first light of day chases away the lingering darkness and gently warms the dew on each petal, so too does your every step reflect the tender care of divine guidance. In every action you take, there is a reflection of that eternal light, a truth that the universe itself conspires to uplift those who are aligned with its highest purpose, even as the shadows of doubt and despair loom large over those who have chosen a darker path. Your unwavering commitment to living a life of integrity, love, and faith remains a testament to the power of divine intervention. Each day you rise is an affirmation of the truth that no man-made scheme or ill-conceived plan can alter the course of destiny ordained by a higher power. Your steps are blessed, your choices divinely inspired, and your future secure in the arms of a loving Creator. Now, imagine a humble farmer who wakes at dawn, the soft glow of morning sunlight guiding his plow through the rich, dark soil. This farmer knows that every seed he plants, nourished by the gentle rains and the warmth of the sun, will one day blossom into an abundant harvest. In the same way, every deed you perform, every smile you share, is a seed planted in the fertile ground of divine purpose. The harvest that awaits you is not measured by the fleeting riches of this world, but by the eternal blessings that flow from a life built on faith and righteousness. There are times in life when the storms of worry and uncertainty rage, shaking the very foundations of our earthly existence. But just as the steadfast oak stands firm against the howling winds, you too remain anchored by an unyielding faith. The challenges and setbacks faced by those who stray from the path of divine wisdom are not signs of failure, but clear indicators of the consequences of their own misdirected efforts. Their hearts, clouded by fear and desperate for control, may tremble in the face of adversity, yet your spirit remains unshaken, continually buoyed by the assurance that you are guided by a power far greater than any earthly force. It is in the quiet moments of reflection, when the world is hushed and the busy noise of daily life fades away, that the truth of your calling becomes unmistakably clear. Every breath you take is imbued with the promise of a future crafted by the highest wisdom. The universe, in its magnificent orchestration, has set you on a course where no human contrivance can thwart the divine plan. This is a plan that is as old as time itself, yet as fresh as the morning dew, affirming that you are a cherished part of a grand design. Your life is a living testimony, a vibrant display of hope that shimmers like a clear, starry sky over a quiet country road. Consider the simplicity of a river winding its way through a vast valley. This river, though it may encounter obstacles and rocky outcrops along its journey, never ceases its determined flow toward the greater ocean of promise. Similarly, your daily actions, no matter how small they might seem, are part of a larger current that carries you toward a destiny of unfathomable abundance. In every challenge that arises, in every moment of uncertainty, there is an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to a life filled with grace and favor. It is this journey, a continuous movement toward a divine horizon, that marks the path of those who are truly chosen. There is a profound simplicity in knowing that every trial is but a stepping stone, every hardship a lesson in disguise, while those who have embraced a path of self-reliance and misguided ambition may find themselves mired in the consequences of their actions. You are walking a road paved by the promises of hope. The trials they endure, manifested in sleepless nights, persistent anxiety, and the weight of regret, stand in stark contrast to the peace that fills your days. Your every morning is greeted with the assurance that the hand of a loving Creator is at work, orchestrating events for your benefit and ensuring that no setback can alter the course of your destiny. As you continue to embrace life with gratitude and joy, remember that your journey is illuminated by the most profound of lights, a light that has been placed upon you as a divine honor. It is a light that not only dispels the darkness around you, but also guides you gently along the path of righteousness. Your choices, made with wisdom and faith, are the very evidence of a higher calling that defies the fleeting temptations of worldly power and control. Instead, you stand as a pillar of strength and resilience, a living example of what it means to be truly blessed by the hand of God. So let your heart be lifted by the assurance that no earthly challenge can dim the brilliance of the divine light within you. Like the gentle stream that nourishes the parched earth, your spirit refreshes and revitalizes all who come into its presence. Every step you take is a deliberate move towards an ever-expanding future, one where the trials of today serve only to magnify the beauty and grace of tomorrow. And as you walk this blessed path, let the story of your life serve as a reminder to all that true power lies not in the fleeting shadows of despair, but in the enduring light of faith, hope, and love. May you continue to rise each day with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that every moment is a gift from above. Your journey, filled with divine purpose and radiant promise, is a living legacy that will inspire others to seek the same truth, a truth that assures us all that the blessings of a loving Creator are infinite, and the future reserved for those who walk in His light is nothing short of miraculous. Let the hardships of those who once tried to defy fate be etched into your memory as a reminder of what happens when one seeks to forge a path independent of divine guidance. Their attempts to summon forces beyond their control only led to a self-inflicted downfall, a downfall that serves as an eternal testament to the futility of battling against the natural order of the universe. In their plight, there is a clear message for all who would dare to challenge the wisdom of the divine. The universe rewards those who embrace the light, and it turns away from those who dwell in the shadows of their own making. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. As you journey forth, remember that each moment of your peaceful, prosperous existence is a victory not just for you, but for all who seek to rise above the clutches of despair. The struggles faced by those who have lost their way are not a measure of your strength, but a confirmation of your destiny. You are a beacon, a chosen vessel of hope in a world where the forces of darkness are ever eager to claim dominion. Yet, through your every breath, your every smile, and your every step forward, you defy the very odds that once sought to bind you. Embrace this truth with all your heart. The light of divine grace will always overcome the darkness of misguided ambition. Your path, though at times beset by challenges, is illuminated by the love of a power far greater than any mortal can comprehend. In this divine dance of fate, while others stumble in the pursuit of control, you move gracefully, guided by an unshakable faith that every setback is but a prelude to a triumphant comeback. The very fabric of your life is interwoven with miracles, each one a testament to the strength of a spirit that refuses to yield. So, as you continue to advance with confidence and grace, let the lessons of the past serve as your guide. Recall the folly of those who tried to rewrite destiny through desperate measures, only to find themselves trapped in a spiral of regret and desolation. Their journey is a stark contrast to the abundance that now flows in your life, a life that is a living proof of the miraculous transformation that occurs when one aligns with divine purpose. In every heartbeat, in every breath, the universe sings a song of hope and renewal, assuring you that you are forever cherished and protected. In closing, may you always remember that your existence is not an accident, but a deliberate act of divine love. The trials faced by those who sought to harm you are nothing more than fleeting shadows against the backdrop of your luminous future. You are blessed, you are chosen, and your journey is a sacred testament to the unyielding power of faith. Let this truth resonate in your heart as you continue on your blessed path, for it is the very foundation upon which a life of endless abundance and joy is built. In the end, the relentless backlash of their own arrogance and malevolence proved unstoppable. The energies they so arrogantly harnessed rebounded with an unyielding force, sealing their fate in a cycle of perpetual loss and isolation. Your continued well-being, a testament to your unbreakable spirit, became the final, indelible mark of their downfall, an everlasting verdict on a design that has ultimately ensnared them in its own undoing.